So, what about emotional well-being? How does that relate to longevity? Obviously, it's very messy. I guess as someone coming at it from a more scientific perspective, is that harder to study?
What is?
So, emotional well-being relating to longevity.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's really important because there's a certain amount of stress that's mental stress that's good for you. Um, Keeping you on edge, having a purpose in life, being excited, that's all good. But you can overdo it and have anxiety. A lot of people do, especially having come through this pandemic. That'll release cortisol, among other inflammatory stimulators, which will accelerate aging. There's really no question that an animal that's stressed lives shorter. If anyone who's kept fish in an aquarium can see that the stressed out fish that get picked on not only are smaller and have less color, but they don't live as long either. So you don't want to be that fish. And so what I've done, to use myself as an example, is worked very hard to overcome my anxiety. I am naturally anxious. I'm an overachiever. I worry about every mistake that I make, even a misspelled word on an email. But I've had to realize that life isn't that serious. You know, a serious day is when you see one of your family members die in front of you, and that happened to me. Everything else, it's a good day. You know, if you wake up in the morning, your heart is beating, you've got friends, you've got your health. It's a good day no matter what.
That perspective's so important, and it really is difficult, I think, to keep a hold of that, especially over the last year. Everyone's got so neurotic, right? Less novelty, less time around other people, less being taken out of your own head.
Well, yeah, it's been said, and I agree that mental health is going to be the disease of the 21st century because we've taken care of a lot of other issues. But the world we've built around us, topic of my next book, is extremely stressful. There's no doubt, and social media contributes to that, and it's designed to be addictive. You know, myself, I'm on social media, and I have to be very careful not to get distracted by it too much because there's actual work to do.
Shit to be done,
And
yeah.
and 150,000 people die every day from age-related diseases. So I got to focus. But anyway, the stress is there, and it's nobody's fault. But there are ways that we can overcome it. There's mental exercises, there's meditation, there's breathing. These are things, and online therapy is really taking off. And so if you do need help, check those out because I think they're going to be a real revolution in mental health.
BetterHelp.com/modernwisdom for 10% off your first month. I read a study. Calling it a study is giving it far too much credence, but I read an article that said that people without dogs or families die soonest. People who have families live longer. People who have families and dogs live longer again. But people that only have dogs live longest of all. Do you think that's true?
Gee, I know that having a dog makes you live longer. I know that having friends makes you live longer. And that data is really clear, looking at people across their life. I didn't know that just having a dog makes you live longer.
Yeah, has anyone thought that it might be the friends that are holding you back that are just a byproduct of the dog? The dog's got friends. You got to walk the dog with the dog's friends. Get rid of the friends. Sweet, you and the dog.
Well, yeah, you know, I'll give a scientist's interpretation. Uh, Dogs don't lie to you, and we spend a lot of our time worrying about motivation and is someone going to be loyal? Are they going to reciprocate? Dogs are just there. You don't have to worry. So that whole part of being a human and interacting with humans, if you take that out of the equation, I bet you lead a much less stressful life.
I think as well, having an animal that is dependent on you, I'm still just all about Chris, mostly. But the times that I spend around my buddies that have got kids or dogs or whatever, it really does just force you to remember, like, I am not all that's going on in the universe. There is other things out there. I can focus my attention onto this other animal that's dependent on me, and I've got to look after it. And it has needs. It's not just about you. And I guess that neuroticism, that overthinking, that over assessing of what's going on, it's going to help you to get that down. So having a dog is a mindfulness exercise, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. And it gives you purpose. Having a purpose in life is definitely helpful. And if you don't have a dog or you don't want a dog, find what you love and just do that. And you'll live longer. And you know, it's a great thing when you can do it. And that's another reason to have longer lives, healthier lives. Because if you don't like the career that you started in your 20s, take some time off and start again. At 50, I could potentially have another 50 to go, just getting started.
Didn't your dad change his career at 72 or something like that?
Yeah, it's closer to 76 actually, and he's still going strong at 81. Yeah, he's a real beacon of hope, I call him.
Good example to set. Have you been able to study the effects of loneliness or companionship on your mice? Is that something that you can do, or is it kind of hard?
We haven't, but we do cage mice either separately or in groups. I haven't seen that it makes a difference. But then again, I haven't paid attention either. Next time I come on, I'll have the answer for you. I need to text someone in my lab who actually does the real work. I just get to talk about it.
Yeah, I get you. You mentioned, I think it was on Rogan's show, where you said that sort of under the age of 25, you thought that supplementation and things like that perhaps were not quite so necessary, at least with regards to, I think, specifically NMN or NAD boosters and stuff like that. If you were, 20s to sort of early 30s, would it just be focusing on diet, training, finding yourself some good friends and sort of getting some life skills? Or is there something else that you do?
Get a dog. Yeah.
Yes, get a dog. Everyone, this is the front end of the funnel for dogs. Affiliate link, dogs.com/modernwisdom. 10% off your first dog.
Yeah, well, we're also building a company that has dog longevity products, supplements. So watch out for that.